Alrighty. We should be live. So I just uploaded all of the BITE9 VODs of the Open and Pro bracket, as well as teams. I couldn't be there for Cope, unfortunately, because I had to get on my M track. But essentially, I just wanted to explain my thought process that went into the tournament. So this is my second year competing when it comes to Pump It Up tournaments. The previous time was with BITE9. And so I made it pretty far last time. I made it to the final round of open brackets. And then I got skill gapped with S22s and D23s. And I got so tired by then. So I, this time around, I looked at the lineup and I'm like, wow, these players, we have like a lot more like names I recognize and everyone is at least advanced something. So I knew it wasn't going to be as easy as compared to other years, and definitely it wasn't. I barely essentially made it to the final round, of which I just kind of gassed out and was tired. But so I wanted to kind of just go over like my thought process as well as kind of record the new setup because I have my desktop here, and for this last month of the summer, basically, I want to like pretty much produce as much content as I can. So yeah, without further ado, here's my thought process. So originally, I knew I was going to be tired, so I swapped with Anthony with my time slot, so shout out to him. It turns out the venue literally opened an hour late because they were behind schedule. There's a lot of things in the early first days that were a little bit behind schedule this year, as well as having less cabs, as well as just a little bit of like streaming issues with the Wi-Fi, lack of equipment. But, aside from that, we got it sorted, at least for the most part. I think most people were fine with the pads. Again, I'm someone who's lighter and prefers lighter, more sensitive pads. So I think these pads were not great, in my opinion. That's just in my opinion, though. Some of them, like the LX one was by far, I don't know if by far is the best word, but the LX was the best cabinet. It was on the far right side, and there's 4 other ones on the left side which were equal and or worse in quality in my opinion. So what's it called? First round was fine. I knew I was going to get through it quickly because the idea was it was going to be 48 players advanced. I think there were many eliminations. They're either dropouts in the first round or like, the first round's free basically. I was kind of peeved. I saw the pool. I'm like, all right, it didn't look too bad. I placed 4th. I definitely could have placed 2nd on this. I mean, wherever you placed really didn't matter. I literally missed a twist on Fire of Destiny at the end and got a good and a miss, which was like, bro, I was kind of tilted, honestly. And in Windmill, I got a 2 grade. Again, my accuracy was kind of bad for some reason. I think there was no stream highlight of it, but yeah, I was a little like, okay. I wanted to like get better accuracy. But obviously in a tournament setting, you can't really do control some things about it. Windmill, the only awkward thing is the very ending. There are some, the transition into the twist is a little confusing. So that's the only thing I thought I might mind block. But once I got past that part, I was like, all right, this should be free. Fire Destiny has the alternating patterns like 10 Men S17. So these were fine. Also the songs were good. So I was like, all right. So yeah, that was chill. So this is what ended up happening to me afterwards was I thought I posted on my Instagram story of like my thought process because that would have been helpful for resetting it. But luckily the event wasn't too long ago, so I remember most of the things pretty well in my head. Okay, this is where things really sank. So this second round here was really, really bad, and it kind of just shows the I kind of want to talk about the more like tournament / like mindset things of like what can possibly go wrong during a session because with a tournament, the pads aren't yours. You can't play when you want to play. You have one shot, and you can't like pick like what pads you want, right? So what ended up happening was this was essentially round 2. I was going like since I placed so highly in the first round. Basically, no matter if you place higher this tournament, you would go later, which was fine. I was really hungry by then, so by round 1. I was waiting. We had cookout, which was really good. And then I think I overate. That was my problem. So by then, I felt like my legs were kind of sore, but I thought I could move through it. But once I ate, I'm like, oh, I can't move. I cannot move. So what ended up happening was, I played my warm up song with Pac, and then I'm like, Oh shit. I can't move. Like, I could not move for the life of me. My legs were strained and I just couldn't move. So what ended up happening was I decided, I knew the song picks, I saw people play them already. I knew I was, like, in general with JT, I usually play with JT minus 3 or 4, depending on setup. I mean, generally speaking, I just keep that as a default. I think they're a good base. But in a tournament setting, I knew I was going to be more rushing because I'm naturally more nervous in tournament settings, so I always put 5. I think that's a decent psychology with it. So Nihilism was fine. I picked up a lot of greats. My accuracy was just really bad. It's definitely, this is a good chart, by the way. I really want to practice this more. I don't know how well you can hear the speakers right now. I'm just using dedicated speakers right now. At least we were on the LX, which is what I was familiar used to. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily nervous. I was just, well, actually no, I was definitely a little bit more nervous compared to other times, but what definitely helps is having a good player next to you. Yeah, you see, I did, for all these eighth notes, I opted to double step them because my legs were so sore. I just was so fucking fat, chud, so I didn't feel like moving. Yeah, I definitely want to try this chart again. This is 180. You don't want to cheat those twists. I've been practicing on simulator more, so I know the general timing, and they're not extended, so you can cheat these. But you know, combo is. I've learned with this tournament, with especially Phoenix scoring, combo doesn't mean really that much. It does matter to an extent, but for lowers like these, everyone's going to be scoring well. All right, let's go to the first run. You see, I'm opting to twist. Double step these. I lowered my mass here. I've been trying to learn that too from Mokfi, and Jay. And also drills, I'm just trying to get better at it. I just try to relax my body as much as I can and then just try to like, you can see I'm lowering my mass there. Overall, not feeling too tense. I was feeling all right. And I'm like, wait, let me see that again. That was horrible. I think I was hesitating between twisting versus eighth notes. I didn't have the best game plan about it. I had an okay game plan. That was a good fix. If I had fucked up there, I would have lost the tournament. Because I will tell you, I had 3k points or I would have been eliminated from this second round. Look how close this was. Look how freaking close this was. My Nihilism score was okay. My Nihilism score was a 911. That's really low in my standards. Star Dream, I don't even know what the fuck happened to me. Look at this difference. 3k. Less than 3k. If I have a miss or slightly less AC, I'm out of the tournament. I didn't look at the bracket though, because I'm constantly either recording VODs or I don't think comparing yourself to other people is really good. So I decided to just play the best I can without looking at the thing. Also, from what I remember other people saying, it's like, all I need is a double S average. But that was before. Now it's like, I need triple S plus. Triple S for both my songs, right? This is where I knew, like, that staircase is the only thing you need to, like, really, really worry about, like, the double step possibly. Yeah, I think from here, I opted double step because I couldn't move. What happened here? Let me see if it was my mistake. I cannot tell. I couldn't tell if it was pad issue or me. My single form is not even great anyway, so a little bit of both. And it just repeats. It's probably mirrored. Yeah, my accuracy was just really bad. I really got to train on this chart. Context, I did practice singles. Yeah, look, they had 911. I had 13.22. I wonder if my grades were because of too much JT. Wait, let me just look at that again. Oh no, I'm rushing. Okay. Anyway, so my nihilism was like, I was still annoyed. And then here's where Star Dream came in, which is, I was originally happy before when we were picking it, because I'm like, oh, I love this song, and it's really low BPM twists. Well, not really low BPM, but like low BPM twists, and I thought like, okay, this is a song I know and would score well on. The problem is, I came now to the realization I can't move. And this is like everything my training's been for on Simulator this like past month. I told myself I'm gonna full double step. I think I'm the only person that basically opted to double step rather than twist. And I knew it was gonna be risky, but I didn't have an option. This is also my first time watching. I was so worried about getting a good or a misser. This is chill. You can still see I'm mostly opting to double step. Alright, here we go. This is where all the twists will come out. And you can see I'm double stepping. Yeah, this simulator practice really helped in for me. And I'm telling myself to go as slowly as I can despite having the high JT. That part's really tricky here. This is a full staircase. I hit that perfectly though. But I knew in a normal case you have to either decide to do that legit or double step or mentally be prepared for that. Yeah, my delaying is pretty good though. In a past case. But because the problem was my cheating was actually really good. I don't think I usually go much faster typically since. But because everyone went to full twist, everyone's scores were really high. That's what I fully underestimated. And I underestimated how many good/greats I had. But again, at the time, I felt like I couldn't move. So, yeah. All things considered, my double stepping, that's honestly the best I've probably ever like done. I felt really good about it, like my combo, and then I realized, oh fuck, my score is dog shit.
Wow, you're awesome! Wow, new record!
I was really disappointed with this run. Well, I mean, I was really disappointed with just overall how I did. But it is what it is. If I had gotten misses instead, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what ended up happening, and I barely made it through. So by then, I was so tired, I was tilted, I was like, man, what the fuck do I do? So I took drastic measures because I was feeling nervous, like I felt like my accuracy was really bad, I felt like I couldn't really read the screen, I couldn't feel like the AV was great for me. So what did I do? I was with my friends for a bit, and then I was like, okay, I need some time alone. So then I went to the nearby cab, and so I absolutely pushed my body. This is what I did to kind of condition myself. It wasn't singles because I knew I wanted something that I can kind of go more all out with, and I think doubles is a stronger skill set for me. So I played this because of BITE9, I played the Apocalypse, and then Curiosity Overdrive. These are the 3 songs I played with pretty good scores, all things considered. I'm like, okay, I'm really overheating. I'm getting so hot. but this is working. Like, I'm starting to feel like myself again. And this is where I changed my skin to Fiesta 2. Because I've been alternating between NX skin and Fiesta 2 because I like the... NX skin is very good for overall simplicity / visual clarity. But if I feel like the monitor isn't really great, I don't know how to describe it. Fiesta 2 has really good saturation / relaxation to my mental. So that's what I had to do to like mentally, you know, change it. I felt like JT5 was too fast back then, so I was alternating between that. Except my -5 was better, so I kept -5. Kept this the same, and then I realized this was during round 2 of warm-ups when they were announcing the song picks and bands. I was so focused on what I was doing that I was like, I don't care. This is more important right now. In hindsight, this was definitely, again, risky, but also I think it was a good decision. So the songs that were picked were Arcana Force and Break For Myself. Arcana Force was really good for me because I know this song really well, and it's chart really well because I played it a bunch back then to try to get this in XX. Yeah, as you can see, it is... And then the other thing I didn't know was Break For Myself was... It was a sight read. I didn't know the song. I had a double... I didn't even know. I had apparently a double A or double A plus on this. But I didn't even remember that, so it basically felt like a sight read. But remember what I told you. Based on where you place, you go first. You go first if you did bad. And guess what happened to me? I had to go first. So now I'm like, oh crap, I'm just going up. Luckily, I knew Arcana Force pretty well. I didn't know about this, so I just knew. All I knew was this was going to be fast ending. That's all I knew. So let's see how I did. This was immediately afterwards, right? This is basically after my warm-up. And so I'm like, all right, let me get over there. Andy, you gotta play. I'm like, oh crap. All right, sure. What did I do? I increased my AV. And this is where I changed back. This is where I keep Fiesta 2. Because I felt like reading it was a lot better. Whatever you need to do to psych yourself in tournament to feel in that flow state is very important, I feel like. And also, if you're wondering why I'm using a different AM pass, it's because I freaking misplaced my AM pass like December. So I need to transfer my data. I need to delete all my data from that card and transfer it. Alrighty. Arcana Horse. Again, I wasn't too nervous. I was more tilted. That was good cheating. Really, my cheating has improved so much since practicing on simulator. Look at that delay. Mwah! Mwah! Sorry, I'm just glazing myself. Oh, I fucked up there. Fuck me. It's because I cheated there. So that's a problem. If you want to cheat these, if you let go of the end too early, that's how you get misses. How Korean people avoid missing there is you delay the let go timing. It's hard to get rid of that muscle memory. So I was like, oh fuck. Then I started to remember this is a chart where you have to twist. And by the time I play doubles, I'm starting to feel myself again. This part is very important. You can't cheat this part. The other person on the right side, you cheat this. You can't cheat this. I mean, you can, but it's gonna fuck you up probably, or it's difficult too. Unironically, hitting this part on hand pump is so hard. Hitting this on actually a dance pad makes so much more sense. Your body, it's hard to describe. But I was mind blocked on that part on hand pump, so I was fortunate that it worked out. I was really happy I hit that. By the way, I'm the player. I'm wearing a houseplant shirt. They mess up the player tags. They're mirrored. It's very easy to rush here. Oh, we're not cheating? Okay. I knew the combo would have really helped me there. Combos and everything, but it's important, I think, too. Here we go. I don't trust these pads. I'm making sure to press a little bit extra. You can mess up this out of this transition pretty easily, by the way. Yeah, that's an easy transition to mess up on. Wow, am I the only one who messed up? No, I think Kevel is the only one who does it right. Everyone else is like, it's a weird transition in my opinion. A little strange. Those are easy to mess up too, because they're like inward your knees. Again, this is where I opt to cheat. Look, the difference between other people cheating here, now it's starting to pay off. Because everyone is tired as hell from the second round. And look, let's see the difference. Me cheating this, I get 1 great. Let's see everyone else. Kevel got a bad. The other person on the right, the people on the right, actually not necessarily. You can lose your rhythm basically, but cheating can also do the same. Like if you come out of that staircase really awkwardly, you can start like rushing, and then lose your BPM / lose your footing. So I think it's really interesting. All these different playstyles and what you have to consider. I hit that part pretty well. You can definitely keep, it's risky to hit the one note and hold and mess up your rhythm. I think it's probably better in a tournament setting to constantly hit this, but I was feeling really confident with my cheating ability by then. I'm talking about the note hold. So you see that red note there? I can just hit that note and then hold, if you didn't know Pump's timing. And if you look at Gucci, actually I think no one misses here. That off through. But yeah, you don't want to be. It's hard to know when to relax and when not to. This is the very ending. I decide to full cheat. I think everyone else is actually cheating. Oh yeah, this part's really important. I knew this knowledge. This is so important. This part is the anchor. If you fuck this up, it's really bad if you fuck that up. Then I went full legit there. Yeah, I was really worried about these holds, man. Holds are so important. Here's where. This is where I started to smile a little bit. I'm like, alright, I'm pretty happy with that.
Great job.
I like kind of compare myself to other around me, because considering I'm going first, it's like how I can generally gauge. And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling damn good about this. My combo wasn't great, but my breakdown was pretty good. And this is where I'm like, alright, what the heck am I gonna do? I don't know this song. I don't really like this song. I don't know this chart very well. But we just have to go. I was trying to ask around me to my friends like, yo, what does this chart have? But I didn't know. Alrighty, here we go. Break Free My Soul. I'm like, alright, let's walk in. I'm gonna... What the fuck? Let's see what happened, actually. This is my first time... What happened? What the heck? The pad lights are on. But I just miss. Did I like... Wait, what happened? What? How did I miss? It must have been the blue note. I have no idea. I might have let go to the end too early. Luckily, I think a lot of people can easily get hung up on that mistake. I was smiling because I'm like, what? It was such a stupid miss that I wasn't even. I was tilted, but I just like immediately focused up again. Yeah, this chart has a lot of brackets. Yeah, this early part, I was talking to Turtles about this, but like, man, this charting is so awkward. Who fucking charted this? It's not a bad chart. I'm just curious. Conrad. It's an okay chart. bracket swap. Yeah, with high AV, this could be really easy to fuck up with the awkward, like, this of it. Luckily, guess who's been playing a bunch of singles and customs recently that has shit like this? Me. That helped me tremendously in getting more used to singles and fuck-ass patterns. That might just be normal patterns that I'm just not simply using them with the doubles. Look at how well I'm leaning down because I don't trust these pads. Look at me, bro. I was really happy about not messing up here. This is still an easy part to technically mess up. I'm so bad at these brackets. It's like the Nakapaga S19 brackets. I didn't know how that gimmick worked. / song worked. Again, having this combo would have been really helpful after that slight multiplier, but I was like, damn it. Yeah, my combos really weren't great for round 3, but my breakdowns were good. Unlike round 2 where my combos were good, but my breakdowns were bad. But I think accuracy is still better overall. Double step these, you don't need to twist this. I don't know if these are pad issue or my fault. I feel like, again, I was hitting these fine, but the game says otherwise. Alrighty. I wanna... I don't know what happened. I know I keep pausing it, but basically, this at this very moment, I wasn't thinking anymore. And I guess what happened was, for the first time, I wasn't even thinking. So my mind just completely like let go, and then I went in. One of my favorite players is the #1 Singaporean player, Mokfi. Let me shout outs to him in his Instagram. One moment. This guy. He's a little bit shorter. I think he's either same height or a little bit shorter than me. I want to meet this guy. He's really funny. But yeah, his play style, he leans down on the bar so much, and like weight sinks down his mass, so it's easier for him to hit notes. That on top of trying to listen to Jay recently about his advice about for doubles transitions. I think like those subconsciously, those two thoughts in my head is what combined into this. Look at my mass and where my shoulders are standing, and the moment this run hits, and then look at me, then afterwards. I'm like a solid foot down on the ground, and my shoulders are being activated so hard. It was so funny. It felt so wrong, and it felt so exaggerated, but it helped me so much. I don't know if it was probably a bit of the adrenaline too, right? But man, it helped. I fucking killed this run. And now I start to like kind of lose my balance a little bit because I'm like, my shoulders are starting to hurt. It's such an awkward feeling that I'm not used to. But look at this. The problem was, okay, because going first and I didn't know the song, I saw the M run, I knew how to cheat that, boom, bada bing. I didn't know there were side anchors. If I knew that, I kind of fucked that up. And then this is where I start side 3 mashing. I get a bad and a miss trade. And I end it. And then I have PTSD with the pads. And that's it. That is by far my best performance in a tournament setting. Like for singles especially. Dude, I should have popped off, but I was like so like honestly I don't know why I didn't pop off. I was just so in the moment that I didn't know how to feel, I guess.
Wow.
Look at this score, dude. 12-4-4-6. By the way, I only have one other double S on a S21 aside from this, and that's 86 full song. So this is my best singles performance on a tournament setting. I was so happy with this, man. I don't think I can ever replicate this. This might take a bit. Yeah, it was like all my hard work paying off for this one moment. Like, at first, I'm leaning down, and then you can really see, look at how, I can't tell you, I wish someone recorded me physically here, but I was leaning down my mask so much. I sunk my mask so much. I don't know if it's a habit I want to build up over time that much, but it was a pretty insane feeling. I was so happy about this, man. I'm still happy about this run, man. And then, yeah, that was it. The problem was I was like kind of tired, and I was kind of, you know, no, actually I wasn't even tired. I had a full hour beforehand. I only played one song beforehand. I should have played another full set. That was my problem, because I didn't know when I was gonna go up. I really should have asked organization ahead of time what I was going to play. The pool was Murdoch and Orica, and I didn't also study the charts. This, I ate shit. I didn't even like, I just fucking ate shit, bro. I think I put too much powder. And I didn't move enough. Honestly, playing full twist probably would have been better for me. And then what happened afterwards was, these pads fucking suck. And I'm also tired of shit. Also, I just realized I put 6 of 6 spaces. That's really funny. I have a pass on this with, like, low scoring. I thought I would have been fine on this chart, but I'm like, oh man, I can't move. I think, the pads are way too slippery. I really should have wiped them down more. I couldn't move. I wish I hit the funny here. Did I even hit this? These fucking... What? I'm on there! In what world am I not on there, bro? Fuck these pads, bro. Fuck these shit-ass pads. Anyways, I ended up placing 14th. Which is pretty damn good, considering everyone else up here is, like, really fucking good. The only people I beat were people that gave up on their mid-songs. But yeah, that was basically my Beast in the East 8 run. It was a lot of fun competing this year, and I hope next year, I can... Kenny. I hope next year... I can play again in BITE9. It's going to be great. What I really liked about, like, at least myself this tournament was my doubles hasn't necessarily improved since then, because I haven't been playing very actively. Because back then I came basically straight from Korea, so my condition was very good for doubles and just generally speaking. But my singles game, I feel like, has improved since then. A lot. Like, had I had something like this nowadays, I probably could have done better. Not gonna lie. But it was fun nonetheless, and I wanted to provide my POV. So yeah, that's pretty much it.